Is this camera on me?
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Yo, what up guys, it's your boy SonTj. How's it going? Hope you guys are having a nice day. It's been a while since I've been on the camera. I know we got some My Hero Academia fans on the channel since I made a couple top strongest lists. I've been waiting to do a top strongest list for season 4, but this is My Hero Academia 2 Heroes Rising. I just saw it yesterday. I've seen both movies in theaters, and I gotta say that I think I like this one slightly more, but I feel like the writing in the first movie was better. I guess we can just kind of break this down. This should be a non-spoiler review. Then after I give a rating, I'll give spoilers. What can I say about this? One thing I gotta say is that if you're a person who either hates Deku or you hate Bakugo, I think you're gonna like both of these characters. This story really shows who's the Goku and who's the Vegeta out of the UA class. For the longest time, I thought it was a big three, right? I thought it was Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku. And I guess the one negative I have to say about this is that Todoroki becomes pretty much one of the background characters that Bakugo would say. And as a person who doesn't really like Bakugo, because I kind of find him like a bully and kind of obnoxious, I think I liked him a lot in this film. It showed a lot more of his positives as a character in this film, made him more likable. And if you're a person who always thinks Deku's a crybaby or he's always undecisive, he's way more of a hero in this. So I guess the best thing I can say is how Deku wants to save people, they make him more of a savior, and for Bakugo, he wants to be a winner. They make him more of an excellent fighter / hero in this. So they are definitely the Goku Vegeta of this. I think the story is still really interesting with All Might not being around. This is my My Academia shirt, but pretty much just following up the story. Ever since All Might used up all his powers, and this does take place after a lot of parts in the manga, so you do have to catch up on that. Because again, there's no major spoilers that's gonna ruin the movie for you, but it's certain actions that Deku has, certain abilities that Deku has, or certain stuff that that's in the story that you're kind of guessing. You're gonna be wondering why does I don't know. Why does I forgot the guy's name. Why does Endeavor have a scar or something? You have to read the manga to know that. I really think they have a lot of great fan service in this. A lot of stuff that the thing is the coolest thing about this stuff is that the My Hero Academia movies are canon. They show up in the manga, these characters, and they make sure these stories don't go too over the top, so they don't fit in the canon. They're canon pretty much. So I really like that that's part of the story. And one thing you gotta say about My Academia that's really impressive is that they make every single side character useful in this story, which you gotta give some props, man. Because in most shonen manga, usually the cast, the fighters, the Z fighters, Team 7, that, in Naruto, Dragon Ball, usually Naruto and Sasuke, and those characters, they overtop the other characters, they become kind of useless. In UA, they all get some use, and that's really incredible. I just really wish that Todoroki got more of the big treatment as Deku and Bakugo, but you can tell it wasn't really his story. The kids in this movie, I think they're pretty good. They wasn't annoying. I think they made sure they was likable, so I think that was really good. The villain 9, kind of basic villain, you know what I mean? He has some reasons why he is what he is. It was the same old, a villain who needs something to succeed something, you know what I mean? I feel like the story is very simple, but I think the stakes was really sell this movie. It's a lot of times when you feel what's going to happen for them to even win this, because it seems like they're very outmatched here. We need some big heroes to say they Endeavor or somebody, but it's mostly that it's the UA class saving the day with no big hero saving the day at all. So it's very interesting how they're able to keep the story satisfying without All Might being there, to be, the Superman of this. Because All Might and Deku are my favorite characters in My Academia, right? And it kind of is weird how, they shift to Deku being, the main guy for One For All. So, yeah, I think that was really great. I think the animation was great. I think the recent season 4 of My Academia has been getting a lot of criticism for stagnant animation, but I thought it was really great. And you guys stick around for the ending, because Yutaka Nakamura goes ham at the ending, man. That's one of the things that I really like about these movies, because in the My Academia anime, they have great animation, but they're very small bursts of animation, right? With All Might versus One For All, small bursts of animation. Deku 100% against Overhaul, small doses of it. But in the movies, Utaka just gets to go all out, and this is definitely one of the best fights ever to be animated in terms of that. So yeah, the worst thing you can say about it is the ending, right? And if you're a person like me, that you recognize there's dumb stuff happening, but you like it, and along as majority of the story is well written, and you can enjoy some like so just some plot-induced stupidity, then hey, you can enjoy it. Like, bro, the biggest example is like, Sonic, right? Have you seen a Sonic movie? You know that the writing is not that good, but you're enjoying what's happening, right? I'm not gonna say like, what happens at the end is completely dumb. I'm just gonna say is like, you're gonna need to suspend your disbelief a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and just enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about things. Like, I notice dumb things really easily a lot, right? But I can enjoy it. So you're that person like, you need everything to make sense. So you're probably not gonna enjoy the ending, but that's how I feel about it. So yeah, I definitely think you should go check this movie out. I didn't get to see the dub. I just saw the sub of this because I went to this one theater where they don't even care about security, so I just kind of walked in. So I'm probably going to go see it again, and I might see the dub. So yeah, I would say this movie is a strong 8 to 9 out of 10 because the thing is, if you're a person who cares a lot about like endings and endings break it to you, and you feel like the writing was a little bit too wacky, then you're probably gonna go down to like a 7. But you're a person who's really into like character development, action, and you're into like the Deku and Bakugo bond, and like seeing them characters become like the big two of this, like because this story is supposed to be like a what if ending to how My Academia manga is supposed to end, right? This is supposed to be a what if. So yeah, I really think that's like showing like what is going to be for them. So I will say this is definitely an 8 out of 10 for me. 8 out of 10. It could be better, but it's hard to do, man. Like, they made sure every single character from the UA class does something. So it's honestly an 8 to 9 out of 10 for me. I might lean more towards 9 out of 10. So yeah, that's my rating for this. Now you want to hear the spoilers of this, stick around. So here comes the spoilers here. I guess I want to talk about the ending first, because that's one of the biggest things here is that I thought it was really cool that Deku tries to hand over One for All to Bakugo, right? And it's crazy how that was one of the original endings that the mangaka had for the story. And I would be like, geez, man, Bakugo gets everything? Because I already understand that Bakugo is the fan favorite. Everyone loves his character. And, me kind of not like him that much. I like him more in the story, but I'm just like, okay, so that's something. And just seeing, like, because I've really been following the season 4 anime. I already know the manga, and just, honestly, just in a weird arc where I don't really care too much. But just seeing 100% Deku destroy Overhaul, and seeing both 100% Deku and 100% Bakugo go down was really cool. And them kind of like clickbaiting that Deku loses, One for All, right? And they use it up, right? And then it shows that Deku still has One for All, and Bakugo just kind of like, got a taste of One for All. Yeah, it's plot-induced stupidity. Like, there's no real explanation for it. It's just that All Might says like, oh my gosh, it's a miracle. Okay. So it's just like an ending, just to make sure it doesn't mess with the canon too much. 9 was just like one of those characters, like he's really OP, but he has like major limits, and he has like some type of purple skin disease that's not allowing him to have it. Again, it's probably more explanation in the manga. I just don't know. Like again, I love My Academia, but some stuff's been kind of boring recently, so I haven't been checking out every single thing. Todoroki. I really feel like his character got sidelined in this, because he is like one of the big 3 of this class, other than like the shadow guy. And again, I don't know all the names because they're very Japanese, like very Japanese. But I guess Kumikage, that's I think what his name is. Kumikage, he has a big fight with a chick with like with the hair and everything. He's able to unleash his like evil form, like not evil form, but his big shadow form, which I thought was pretty cool. And I guess Todoroki did have a big scene where he was able to beat that big ass beast dude. But I just feel like he deserved more. You know what I mean? Just saying. I think he deserved a lot more for what he got. But he was able to finish off a villain, so that's really cool. I think Bakugo got a big power up in terms of like him being like top 2 instead of top 3. Like, yeah, Bakugo earned his spot in this. I still feel like I don't know how to feel about that ending. You know what I mean? I thought it was cool though. Like, I mean, as long as it's cool, I don't really mind it. But like, he doesn't remember it, and it just kind of like it's really implied that he handed over One for All. But I feel like it would be kind of easy for that to happen. Like, I feel like One for All is one of those things that's not that easy to pass down. But it's like, again, Deku got it from like eating a hair piece off of like All Might, and they transfer like blood. You know what I mean? So I like the little fan service, like Deku saving what's that girl that he has like a big crush on Ochako? He saves Ochako a few times, which I thought was cool fan service. I thought the kid, like, you know, having the ability to activate like cells was pretty cool, and he wants to be a hero. I just really think, I'm just really glad that My Hero Academia was really proving that they got interesting storytelling without All Might being there. I thought that was really interesting. So yeah, that's like one like the bigger things you could say about this story. Like I said before, the biggest feat it has is having every UA character be interesting in a good way, not just like, you know, they're just there to be there. Like, they have plenty of opportunities where Ochako and like the tape dude and the pervert dude could have done something to actually beat 9. It just 9 was too damn powerful. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they had a great strategy with these characters, and I really appreciated that. Just the only thing is, like, you know, the plot, you know, just kind of dictated that, you know, then you have this awesome action sequence with Yutaka Nakamura and with Deku and Baki just going all out against 9. I liked it. You know what I mean? I need to rewatch it again. But yeah, that's how I feel about this film. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. How do you feel about this film? Do you think I should include the movie villains now? Because they're pretty much canon. You know, they're pretty much canon. Yeah, I think that's all I got to say, man. Again, here's the shirt, you know what I mean? I'm a big fan of the show. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about season 4. Do you think it's been kind of boring recently? You know what I mean? Like, My Hero Academia was a great show, but there's been some stuff where it's just been kind of boring. We have been following the manga, but hey, I love this franchise. Hope it continues to do well. Can't wait to see where Deku goes. And hey, I'm starting to like Bakugo. Okay, don't get too hyped. I still think he's a bully, but you know, I like him more now. So yeah, so to y'all, peace. Love you all.